Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a bit of I'll say it's a chainsaw war day, because as you can see behind me, we now have got a bunch of logs to get cut up. And these bigger guys, I'm not going to use a saw that you guys have seen on the channel yet. So we'll get to that chainsaw here in just a little bit. But these smaller guys, this one and that one's already cut on. I don't know what happened with that, but I'll figure it out eventually. I'll figure out who did it, because it looks like it's a bit of a longer cut, so I think that we may have had some testing done on it recently. But we'll get this guy, we'll actually get all three of these cut up, and then we will go ahead and we'll bring out the new saw, and we will run it against the 500i, because I'm curious which one's faster. So let's get into it. Let's get these guys cut up, trimmed up to what we need, which is 16 inches. So, and also with that being said, we are in the live today going to be getting this stuff taken care of. That's right. We are going to go ahead and get this stuff cut and split up and into a tote that is right over there. A lot of this will probably, if it is 16 inches, will come over here to be split up on a non-live video. But we're going to go ahead and get that all knocked down. Now, one thing we are going to try and do is, I know how I said I wanted to have all the totes kind of sitting right here, so that when I got that Eastonmade 1222 here to the yard, that we could just make it super easy and pile it up. Well, I'm not going to pile that stuff up. I'm going to do exactly like you see here, and that is to stack it, because, well, I got a buddy who really wants to help me out here in the wood yard, and he's going to be here for, I believe, the next video. But he has always asked to come and help me do firewood. So I'm going to have a stacker on my hands, and it's going to be really easy for him to go from the table to the tote. And if you guys know of the Dakota loggers, you guys have certainly seen how good Miss Dakota logger does from going from the table to turn around and drop it in the basket. And you know what? They've done 75 totes, almost 100 totes by now in that fashion. So the proof is in the pudding, and they've made that proof very clear. So I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't have to refigure something out. I just have to copy it and bring it over here and bring it over to my own application. So I'm going to take a note out of their book and put it in my own, and we're going to get going, and we're going to go ahead and make some firewood. Now, there will be no splitting today, but there will be some cutting, because we've got to get prepared for when that Eastonmade shows up, because then it will be, the freight train will be let loose, the brakes will be taken off, and that freight train will just roll coal, because that is what we need to do. We need to be blowing through these, and we need to be cleaning up all of this, because, again, rolling coal with that Eastonmade would be the best thing that we can do. Because I have lofty goals, and I want to keep those goals on the tracks. But every once in a while, you gotta let that brake come off and just let it roll. So we're gonna get going. I don't know why I made all those train references. Who knows? But guys, we'll probably end up losing the sweatshirt. We're gonna go ahead and get cutting on these little guys right here in front, and then you're gonna get to see the new toy. So, just a real quick reminder, this 390 is not the new saw. I just wanted to get these 3 logs cut up so that we could get to those saws. So, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse of this. I'll get through these 3, I'll cut them up, and we'll kind of push them off to the side over here, away from the cleanup pile that I don't know if my buddy's coming yet. I called him. He didn't pick up. Well, natural stuff. So hopefully I'm not yelling too much at you guys. I just realized I got my ear pro on and I have a mic, so I'm sorry if I'm yelling. But we're gonna put this on time lapse. We are going to crush these final 2 logs, and then we are going to be right back. And the new saw is actually over in the staging area, so we're gonna get him over here, and we're gonna get you to be shown what's new to the channel. All right, so now we are officially cut through all of our small logs. That took a lot longer than what I wanted it to. To be honest, I'm really glad I cut off the camera when I did. I had some really unfortunate times with this big. I think it is a poplar or a maple log. I'm gonna go with maple, not poplar, but I'm gonna go with maple on this one. Unfortunately, it was extremely difficult, and I found out that my 390 is not up to snuff, and it should have been checked out before I started using it. That's on me. But the 500 still did what it does, and it pulls chains regardless of if it's sharp or not. Towards the end of it, I started to throw fines, not chunks like I like it to. So we are actually going to go ahead and take that in and get it sharpened up. And you guys, I believe, if I'm got my time right, may not get the results of, yeah, I don't know that with it being 12:22 and my live starts at 1, we are going to be cutting up stuff in the live stream. So if you want to come see those 2 saws going live, that's where they will be at. Unfortunately, this video was cut short due to the unfortunateness of the 500i doing a really odd hook, and then all of a sudden the 390 XP from Husqvarna, that was not up to snuff today. I feel so bad because this is not a kind of video that I want to show you the results. And you know what? I will actually take those results from the live stream, see if I can edit them in a way, or just clip the whole thing. I'll just clip the results from the live. So what we're going to probably end up doing is giving you guys about a view of, if I can get it correctly right here. I think we can. Let me see. I think that'll probably be your view for the live. Now, granted, it won't be on my action camera. It'll be on my phone. So, but I think that with the ends of these logs being as they are, although this one log is showing a shadow, so it may not work, but we're going to be working with this log and that log. So I may have to, have it more towards the center of the 2 logs. But we're going to have each of these logs gone through with the chainsaw. And I'm going to have to go sharpen the 500i because I just used it. And it is also hot. So I'm going to have to let it sit while I sharpen not even sharpen the other saw that I'm using, but it'll be a moment or 2 until we are all up and going for the live. But I'm going to have one chainsaw go through this, and I'm going to have the 500i go through this. And this log, just for clarity purposes, this log shows and is throughout a bit punkier. So we are going to have to see another solid log, which I think is that one, have that 500i gone through as well. So the 500i will go through 2 logs, as the new chainsaw will go through this big solid one, which is an oak log. And this one is an oak log too, but it's been out in the field for 3 or 4 years now, maybe 5. So, and guys, if you like this kind of content, please feel free to share it out to people. After this, the rest of the video is going to be from the actual live stream that we do. 1, showing you the chainsaw that I got, the new chainsaw, and 2, this chainsaw is to help give some relief to the 500i and to give some relief to the 390 XP from Husqvarna. These are saws where if you don't give them relief, there's a lot of changing stuff out on them, which I will have to do with the 390. I think that there might be a sprocket or something in there that's a bit loose. But the 500i, I will have to go ahead and do these sprockets, I think, soon. The sprocket, I think, they're all starting to really oil up nice right now, so I don't have to replace any of the oilers or anything like that. But I think that there are some components on these saws that do have to get replaced. And I know a lot of you are probably yelling at your TVs or your phones or whatever and saying, why get a new saw when these saws work great, and for my application of being a small time producer, why do you need another saw? Well, a lot of times when a saw goes down, I still need to cut. And when if one saw goes down and I don't have the parts in, and then my second saw goes down, I still need something to cut with. And I won't always have my buddy's shop 45, 50 foot away. I won't always have somebody's place where I can go sharpen my saws like I'm going to go do just now. So every little bit ahead I can be, and every little bit I can be in front of something, I'll do that. So come on over. Come on to the live streams on Sundays. We do a lot of different things. This Sunday is not at all about splitting. There's no splitting going to be happening in this Sunday's live stream, which is today, which is what you unfortunately missed if you were not there. But come on back next week, or next week's video. I do believe I'm going to try and get a lot of this stuff cleaned up. So whether I'm cutting it, whether I'm splitting it, it doesn't really matter. We're trying to get this area cleared up so we can get up off of the pipe that goes there to the drain field over there. So we're trying to clean it up, make it better, so we can also get our wood further up the hill so that we don't hurt that pipe at all. But as we can see, some of the videos have already been slightly taken care of by putting some stuff already in that tote right there. So as the live showed you guys, we had to cut it a little bit short, unfortunately, because, well, the landowner called. And so what we had to do was we had to cut what we were doing and go in and help him attempt to put on a hitch that unfortunately was not the right hitch for his truck. So what you guys saw in the live was a brand new saw for the channel. That's right, the Husqvarna 572. This saw is one that I was very much intrigued about getting, and I'm actually very happy that I did get it, because let's see that number plate. There you go. This saw is going to help us with not burning out the 500i. That's right, the 500i is a great saw. And you know what? It's a great saw that we want to keep around for a long time. So in order for longevity's sake, we must take care of our stuff. That means doing the right fuel mixture, making sure that we got proper oil and a proper amount of oil in the saws. But also, we might just need an extra saw every once in a while. It is still in the break-in stages. I have not finished a full tank, and the log that it's on was going to be the next log that it was going to cut through. Unfortunately, the landowner needed our help with that hitch, so we were not able to complete our task on the live like I was hoping for. And unfortunately, my arms are jelly right now. And as Jeremiah said, just go get a still. Jeremiah, I appreciate the compliment, sir, and I appreciate the banter. But for right now, we are not going to worry about trying to get another still in the yard, because, well, we're kind of turning it into a Husqvarna fanboy over here at WD-30 Adventures. But I know I said it earlier, and I hope that the live footage that I clip from the live goes to show this saw and the 500i at a good comparison, but I'm not sure that it will be. So in the next video, as you guys can see, I only got one log left, so I'm gonna have to grab some more logs to cut up. But in the next one, we're gonna look to do a true side-by-side saw comparison, because you guys are well deserving of it. If you like what you're seeing here, please give us a like all down below. if you want to share this out to your friends who you think might enjoy Saw Wars, which is what I'm going to call the next one. The next will be Saw Wars, because guys and gals, I think you both deserve a proper video without worrying about a live. You all deserve a proper Saw Wars, a proper testing of a saw where it's a literal pile next to a pile comparison to see which saw is actually better. Or are they kind of equal? I know the CCs are different. I know that the weight is actually kind of the same. But let's see if they're at least somewhat comparable. So, from me to you, I greatly appreciate you. And guys, my name is WD30, and I will see you on the next one. Bye now.